day.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello everyone, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish!
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want, this is your time.
And my mic was muted. Welcome in, Fun Fam. Welcome back, Fun Fam. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Ronnie Bradley. I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day, Monday, as of the recording of this, the third day of the month of August. Wow, 2026. How are we in the month of August already? It's crazy to me. That nerd Tommy has popped into the chat. Can I put that on there? It says hail. How's that work? Wait, where was it? There it is. Hail. I hope the weather's okay wherever you are. And if you're suffering from hail. Oh, no, wait, that's not what that means. Oh my gosh. Troy is here. Everybody's here. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. You are the apple in my eye. You are the cream in my coffee. You are the gigawatts. You are the jelly on my roll. You are the butter on my bread. You are the pepperoni on my pizza. And of course, as you know, if you've been here before, you are the energon that makes this guy, you know, because I saw it in the chat, transform and roll out of bed to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Let me say hi to everybody out there because you are the greatest. You make the show happen. Hello, humans and other critters from Snore to Poopus Coober. He is out there. Seabrew 1138. Hail, Snore to Hope. You are having a wonderful day. WJB Daily is out there. Says, hello, TPP. Told me to say this. And TPP, that is exactly what I did on the break between that park place and here. I went to PP. Oh, God. Oh, freedom seeker. Freedom seekers out there. How do y'all? Hey, look, I had to go to the bathroom. Okay. Erica and Raf chimes in and she says, got some medical stuff to take care of. Have a great stream. Well, I had a pretty good stream. Oh, this I gotta stop talking about going to the bathroom. Let's see who else is out there. DL Fendel, who says bathroom break. We don't need no stinking bathroom breaks. Well, it's gotta, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yes, and DL Fendel says the secret of a successful bathroom break is not to break the bathroom. Follow me for more tips. Smile. Yes, indeed. And we've got WJB Daily chiming in with a super. We'll get to that just a moment. Kit Kat, hello, everyone. Hello, Kit Kat. Chief William Schweikert is also here. Hello, everyone. And Dude Man Cuz, who I have seen IRL several times. Good to see you, man. Hey, Dude Man Cuz, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the entire vlog is up for the Southeast Game Exchange, and all of our friends are in that vlog. So it's very, very cool. And let's see. Yes, indeed. Pass because I saw Barry the Music Man is here. Says, hi, Ron. Hi, Snort. TBB Coach Ron, it's just me. That's just me. I should make myself a mod because I think I'm modless. I might be modless today. Snort, are you a mod? Snort should be a mod on this channel. Let's see. We've got Barry the Music Man, Hail Chat, and Chief says, I can't stay long today. I'm at the airport traveling to see my parents for the 60th wedding anniversary. I haven't been there in almost 10 years. I so wish Mr. Scott would be me there. Boy, though, I understand that sentiment. And I'm not going to be able to be, this show's going to be a little bit short today too, because I don't know how many people know, but my wife was in a car accident over the weekend and we're dealing with some insurance stuff. Today, she was hit by another person. Everything's fine. It was minor, but we had everything checked out of the hospital. Everybody's okay. But now we have to spend the next whatever amount of time dealing with insurance stuff. So I have to call them and I have to make sure that they get the other person's insurance. I got all the information. It's just, I'm not a paperwork person. I hate dealing with all that stuff. So Barry says, Spider-Man brand new day. Well, we're seeing. I would agree with that. And Justin Dutchy is here for the first time. Apparently, how and why? This is my first time joining Ron live, and I hear the sizzle. It's that's why I put the no after it. You don't want the sizzle. Hey, thank you for being here, Justin Dutchy. Says hail, Snort, and of course we also have that nerd Tommy is here. Troy Gustafson is here. Let's see. And O2RR says hello, everyone. O2RR is here. Chief William Schweiker says, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm. You get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. Let's see. Thanks for coming in. Andrew Brake, my buddy from St. Louis. All right, question. You think it's actually plausible that Enchanted Park's last Screaming Eagle least Screaming Eagle as Screaming Eagle, since it's not a DC license? I've read somewhere they could be suggesting that. You know what? I kind of stopped following the Enchanted Parks news about Six Flags. I have to look that up because I do need to follow it. And I sort of kind of stopped. Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle is out there in the chat. KB4342 is also here as well. And Freedom Seeker says, well, I'm probably going to need to change the mods around, which means I have to change the whole intro and everything. Yeah. And WGB Daily. Yeah, sorry about having to tolerate insurance, but insurance is better than none. I mean, that's true. That is absolutely true. Because that would be illegal, at least in the state of Florida. Yes. But he isn't a mod. Yeah, I gotta The whole thing is changing right now. So anyhow, thank you guys for being here. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Appreciate the prayers. Appreciate the community reaching out and everything. And it's been a thing. So not fun to deal with. But on the positive side of all that, it was not a serious situation. That's good. Hey, Jill. Jill is chiming in here, and I want to talk about celebrations real quick. We love to celebrate all of you guys in the chat. We only have a goal of 5 today because it's a shorter show. I know it is. If you can do it, great. If you can't, please don't. But if you do support the channel with any super chats, super thanks, super stickers, PayPal, buy me a coffee, any of that kind of stuff, spread shop, all of that, we celebrate it here on the channel. We celebrate with you. We want you to celebrate with us. So when we are doing our celebrations, and you'll see what that is in just a minute, throw something in the chat. Throw some emojis in the chat, some thumbs up, some hearts. If you're a member of the channel, you got member emojis. Throw them in the chat while we celebrate you. And we've got one to celebrate right off the bat with WJB Daily. Chiming in for $5 on the super chat is Coyote versus Acme, going to make old good characters really the bad characters? Revisionist wokeism, bad equals good, good equals bad. They could, and I hope they don't, but it could definitely happen. I just hope that Batman stays a good guy and the Joker stays a bad guy, because that's what I remember from when my time as Batman in the parks. But right now, it's time to celebrate WJB Daily. Celebrate with us right now. And we have a guest.
What? Who's there? Hello?
Hello.
It's the ghost with the most.
About those bathroom breaks, my joke, and I want to tell you this again because it is my joke, and I've seen it showing up elsewhere, and damn it, I want credit or a percentage or something, is that at my age, trickle down is not about economics, it's about urology. But anyway, glad everybody's okay at your family, and it was kind of a weird time shift thing watching you on that rainy live, and your phone keeps ringing, and I'm going, pick it up. It's your wife. They had an accident. Yeah. But anyway, the joys of live broadcasting.
I wasn't. That was a mess. If you guys were, so I was just doing a vertical live, like on like a pop up. I do those personal things every now and again, and it was on Saturday, and it was like 5:30. And the funny thing is, like, she had just like messaged me just before I started at 5:14. Everything was fine. That's what's so weird. Obviously, an accident happens in the moment.
Yes,
and I actually met the guy that did it. He apologized to me. He admitted that he did it. So we shouldn't really, as long as he's got insurance, there should be all good. And I've got the insurance information, all of that. So it should be
all I will say about that as a cautionary tale to everybody is you've got to have your own. And here's my example.
Oh, yeah.
Once upon a time, I was in Las Vegas for the opening of the MGM, the new one, and rented a car. And I was staying the night before across the way over at the Pyramid, When I came out in the morning, the car had been hit in the parking lot. So I went to National, who I'd rented it from, and I told them, well, I rented it with my American Express, and they're supposed to have automatic insurance coverage. They said, yeah, fine, we'll take care of it. Gave me another car. Months later, Not only had the American Express office that only deals in insurance not solved it, not taken care of it, but in their forms that they sent, they couldn't spell the word national in national rental car. This is the division that only deals with rental car insurance, and they couldn't spell the name of the company. So, there are some competent people and incompetent
How were
people
they
out there.
trying to spell the word national?
EL instead of, anyway, it was very bizarre.
Good
And there
night.
was something else they misspelled too, and I forget what it was. But
What
they weren't exactly.
when about what year was that? I'm just curious.
Oh, it would have been, well, I can look up when the
Was it
hotel.
around 2000? That's why I'm asking.
Oh, I think it's before that. But
Okay. It wasn't when my commercial was playing almost nonstop on the MGM Teletron thing.
Let's see. MGM Grand opened December 18th, 1993.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there you go. The second one, the current one.
Yeah.
It
was always funny to go over there because I live right behind the strip, and when my commercial was playing, it played constantly, and it was funny because I'd go stand under it and nobody had a clue who I was.
Well, plus I remember they had made a big point about the fact that they built the hotel non-union and it was all great. And I get there and I check into my room and I walk down one of those endless Vegas hallways. My room was all the way at the end. I go in and the can light over the bathtub is hanging by a wire. And the rest of it is not finished, and the key card doesn't work. So I'm sitting there on my suitcase wondering what to do because I didn't want to make that long walk again. Here comes a woman totally in civilian clothes. I said, "Are you looking for a room too?" And she says, "No, I'm here to let you in. We heard that the locks aren't working."
Oh.
And so she opened the door and let me in. I said, "Wait, before you go, what do I do next time I want to go out?" "Oh, I don't know. We'll probably have it fixed by then." Probably. And then I went downstairs and Wolfgang Puck was opening a new restaurant there. And I happened to know him and his wife. And his wife was going nuts trying to get the place open about how bad the labor had been and how faulty. And I said, "How are you?" And she said, "I'm fine. But if you don't get out of my way, I'll never get this place open." And then I went into what was the big arena there, where they have all these folding seats fold back into the walls when they do a convention and come out for a show, and they were getting ready they hadn't finished these folding seats yet. And I watched this guy going down this line of shabbily dressed, hired him off a Home Depot corner someplace, guys, handing out screwdrivers. "Here's one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you." And they were going to put these seats together. I said, "I'm glad I'm not sitting in them."
Oh my God.
So, The world has some faults.
Oh, it does. We deal with it. We roll with the punches.
You donate to the Little Sisters of San Andreas so you can be generous to a fault. Anyway.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, have you had a chance to see this new Spider flick yet?
No, I haven't. And everybody said, "Oh, it's good, but it's the only one you really need to see first is the last one." Well, I'd never seen the last one. So last night I actually cranked it up on Amazon.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
That's okay.
And so I'm wondering, if I didn't like that, will I not like this? And some people have already given me some opinions, but I'd love to have yours.
Well, okay, so I think they're two very, very different films because there are some issues that I have. There's issues I have with No Way Home. But the story gets us. It gets Peter to the spot that he needs to be in to become the Spider-Man that everybody kind of has wanted him to be, because he's never really. It's really weird, right? Because you have the Spider-Man finally in high school, looking like he's in high school in Homecoming, yet he's really helped out by Tony Stark with all the money and everything else, and so he didn't really have so you have that half of the story. To get Spider-Man to where he needed to be, to where he is like the flawed character that he's supposed to be, right? He's poor. He's trying to make it as unfortunately they don't show him in, and this is, I guess it's a spoiler, but for Brand New Day, they don't show how he's making a living. There's no indication that he has any financial way to
I was going to
sustain
say,
himself.
Jonah Jameson is not in it, I understand.
Jonah Jameson
in the original comic book, of course, he made a living by taking pictures of Spider-Man and selling him to the Bugle.
Right. So no indication that he's doing that. My only feeling is that somehow Stark left him enough money to be floating by him. I have no idea. And you have to realize that Peter Parker's records have been like erased from existence. Like there's no Peter Parker. So I don't know how he's surviving as Peter Parker, but he's mostly Spider-Man in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and you mostly get that. What I like about the new one is the dynamic between Spider-Man and the Punisher. If you can just accept the fact that he got to this place and that it's going to be 4 years later, because you can see the opening part of this movie is like snippets, a montage of what has happened over the last 4 years, right?
Well, did he go to MIT and get his degree and all that stuff in the 4 years? No.
He did not.
Okay.
He did not. He is a lonely bum. He may have gotten a GED. We don't know what he's doing for a living. I have no idea.
I'll tell you, the one person who really impressed me in that previous movie was Zendaya. I mean, she was really good, and she was great at playing somebody much younger than she actually is. Not only just looks, but in attitude and style.
Well, and I think you'll like the way that they play with the Zendaya in this movie. Zendaya. And I will say
I'll
this
go see
about
it. I'm just not going to rush to fight with crowds. I'll pick an off day and an off time, and
I
spread
would
out.
suggest that Zendaya is healthier than Ariana Grande.
Did you see she pulled out of?
Yes, that's what I was talking about. So there's a story for those that don't know, and I'm not really covering this exactly, but she looked like a skeleton, like literally like a skeleton. She looks anorexic, and it's bad. And perhaps it may have nothing to do with Ozempic whatsoever. We don't really know. I am like as a person who just sees her on the outside. I don't know anything about her, don't know what she's like, but I wish her the best with whatever health recovery that she needs, because anybody who's out there, dealing with health issues, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in. If you don't have your health, you don't have any.
And that is partially in both of those stars of that movie. It's a mental health issue as much as it is physical, because nobody has to starve themselves down to that kind of spindliness,
No, yeah, and there's something going on there. So I just hope that
we don't give medical advice, ladies and gentlemen. We don't give financial advice.
Medical advice.
I'll give you, you got something you need advice on, I'll give it to you on the top. That's what I do on Lose Views. But
there you go. Oh, by the way, I saw there's another one you posted recently.
I posted 3 new ones, and I've got another one I'm about to do. I almost recorded it this morning, but didn't.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
But
and we got a couple more celebrations here. We've got Sea Brew. John, what a great way to start a week off. What does this say? 07 to all?
Yeah.
Well,
007 to all, as far as I'm concerned. But
there you go. Well, Sea Brew.
License to thrill.
Sea Brew. It's 4 months. What does that mean? That means it's your birthday.
Birthday! Happy birthday, hon. Yes, indeed. Be careful, because whenever you blow out those candles, don't blow your teeth out with it. Been there, done that. Ooh.
There used to be a clip around of an old lady actually doing that, right? Remember that one where she blows her cake out and boom, there they go.
And we also got O2RR chiming in for 199 power to the 199, 199 pennies to make Snortapoopus a moderator. Well, I actually did. So that worked out really well. Thank you for the chiming in, and Snortapoopus, you're a mod now, so
your virtual Billy Club will arrive shortly.
Thank you, O2RR.
That was exciting.
That was exciting. You know what else is exciting is the amount of records that this Spidey movie is breaking. It's crazy. Let me make sure.
Whatever happened to superhero fatigue, by the way?
I don't, but that's what we are. That is definitely what we're going to be talking about today. Oh, and I just screwed up my entire screen. That was good. I tell you what, sometimes these, it's not really a touch screen thing, but sometimes things happen. I don't really want them to happen. Did I work? Yeah. Okay. It worked. Okay. Got that where I need it to be. So now what I need to do, hopefully, if this works, the things that click, I need a producer. Anyhow, let's get the numbers on the screen, shall we? And out of the numbers, here are the huge numbers from the box office this weekend. And my screen kind of messed up on me, but hopefully I can still make this work. Let's see. We've got Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's just look at this real quick. Let's go to the full chart real quick. Spider-Man Brand New Day, 360 million, probably plus. Because that's not really that's an adjusted estimate. Days in release, 3 days, $360 million. The Odyssey, 51 million, and look at the theater average, 80 million. Okay, no, sorry, 80,000 per theater. But here's the thing: the Odyssey has all of the IMAX screens. Spider-Man Brand New Day didn't have any IMAX screens. As far as I know, because there was an advertisement that said, "Hey, Spider-Man's coming to IMAX screens in like a week or two." So that means that 360 million was done mostly without PLFs.
Well, there are the other formats, but here's an interesting question: how many IMAX screens are in North America? He questioned the world. 440. So, and only 25 screens in America and 9 in Canada use the film, or have the capability to do film. But again, that's not as many as I thought there would be. I don't know why, but 440. So if we take this thing and we add 440 screens to it, when Odyssey finally walks away, that'd be what, 4,500 roughly. Yeah. My God.
So those numbers are huge. I was going to try to find, and I'm having.
It's gonna clear out the deadwood. I'll tell you that. I bet you this is the last time we even see Disclosure Day or some of these other deadheads anywhere near the top 10, if they're around at all. Because if I have 12 screens and I'm not running 3 or 4 of them with Spider-Man, I'm crazy.
I had this weird technical issue that I'm dealing with right now, where as I was trying to open up a new tab, it separated StreamYard off as its own window.
I hate when that happens.
I'm like, ah. So I'm
Sheep in the Box. What the heck? That's not the Sheep Detective. That's a different movie. Sheep in the Box.
See if I can find where that is. I need to. Let's see. Do this. I got to copy that, and I got to paste it to the other place, and then we'll get this back in here. What is that, like Jack in the Box, but with sheep?
I guess maybe it's what, a lamb burger or something. But here's an interesting thing. And look at this: The Samurai and the Prisoner. Okay, it's making 21,400 per screen, and it's only on 3, which is almost what, from 13 to 21, 8,000, 9,000 a screen more per screen than the 3,800 screens Odyssey. If you only have 3 and you're making more than the one with 3,800 or the one with 3,000 or the one with that's impressive. That's impressive.
Let's check out some of the ones that are probably going to go away real soon and get straight to streaming. Moana.
Yeah. Or as they will call it next week, Less Anna.
Yeah. Boy,
it's going to lose its big mo, as they say.
It's so unfortunate that the timing of this. You know, what I feel bad for in this particular movie is the actress that plays the live action Moana, because she's pretty good and she's really nice, and I hope the best for her going forward.
She'll do something else. This will give her a platform to build a career.
And I hope that she does, because that's I don't care about The Rock at all in this, but I think
besides, with all of this so-called non-traditional or non-race conforming casting, you know, she could star in the Harriet Tubman story for all we know.
I've seen the funny things going around that I've seen with the poster for like the Obama
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh my gosh. But let's look at brand new day, and I want to compare this to something. So you've got 360 million, possibly more than likely plus just domestic. And I'm gonna put this on the screen for a second. This is something I asked out of just the search. If you can see it on the screen, it says Avengers Endgame achieved a historic $1.223 billion worldwide opening weekend, becoming the first film in history to surpass 1 billion globally in its debut, which we don't know what the final numbers are once they actually get adjusted from this weekend, but
it'll take till about Wednesday for all of those numbers to come in.
Yeah. But domestically, it earned an estimated 357.1 million. So what that means is that Spider-Man officially has broken that record for the domestic box office and becomes the number one domestic debut of all time. That's a pretty major achievement, and I have been saying this from the beginning. I've been saying that I think that this particular movie is not going to do for Doomsday what I'm sure Marvel would help that it's going to do. They threw Yelena Belova in like 2 short scenes of this. And I don't even know if she was ever on the set with any of the characters the way that they filmed it. Especially with there being the way that there's a particular view that she gets that you're like, I don't think she was on set at the same time as anybody else. Like it looks like something Kevin Feige threw in to say we're sort of semi trying to connect this to Doomsday, but I don't think anybody's buying that. And it's I think that this is going to embarrass Doomsday when it comes to the box office. Have you felt that there's any excitement, like really big excitement going forward for Avengers Doomsday?
No. You know, and I don't think this will change that at all. It will not make people say, well, you know, Spider-Man was good, so maybe the other one is too. I think they have burned so many bridges. It's going to be, let's wait a week or two and see what my friends who are stupid enough to spend the money the first week say when they come home. Remember, as I've said before, word of mouth is everything. Mm-hmm. And Monday morning, when people come back to work and people say, what'd you do this weekend? And somebody says, well, I went to see the new Avengers movie or whatever you want to call it. And they say, how was it? If you get more bads than good, that's history. The other thing to consider about these opening weekends, regardless of the fact that it's big screen formats and regardless of the joy, which I believe in, of going to see it with a group of audience people and, you know, the event nature of going to the movies, even with the expense, until very recently in this grand scheme of the movie industry, there was no home streaming ever. There was no home video ever. So you saw it when it came out or you didn't see it.
Right.
And so the impetus to, you know, go see the new Bogart movie or go see the new John Wayne movie or whatever it was much stronger in the sense that you didn't have a plan B to fall back on like you do now. So it makes it all the more impressive.
I remember, man, I know I'm going way back in time, but I remember when those first, I remember when those very first video stores were opening. I was 5. I was 5.
I thought you were going to say you worked in one at age 5 with all the jobs you've had.
Not
But
it,
anyway,
I worked in a Blockbuster for like 3 weeks, and it was dumb, but that was a long time after
well,
that.
one thing people don't realize, do you see the shape of that picture?
Yeah.
Once VHS, especially, not so much Betamax, but VHS became so much of the business, the actual format, the size and shape of movie posters changed. It got taller and narrower because in the past they were having to reformat and pay an artist to redo the posters when they came out of the box. And they said, why should we do that? Let's just change the posters. And they did. So it shows
now
you what they saved, I don't know, but something.
So now all the posters are the size of like a VHS.
They're the dimensions of a
format.
VHS box. Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's so funny.
Maybe they're of a jewel box for a disc. I don't know, but in those days, it was a big deal that they changed it, and it saved them X million dollars a year as an industry over having to. Okay, now take that and rejuggle it. Especially when you consider all of these posters deal with some sort of contractual stuff about who gets top billing and whose name is over whose and how big the typeface is and all the rest of that stuff. So,
yeah, especially when they are, like Doomsday. It's funny because there's a lot of characters in this, but it is very, very focused on Spider-Man and then one other particular character. Cat's out of the bag on that one. It's Jean Grey. I really think that's not a huge spoiler, so huge that they really needed to save that. I almost think that it would have made the movie marketed better if they would have leaned into the fact that she's going to be Jean Grey and not said
call me a traditionalist if you like, but Famke will always be my Jean Grey and heck with all the others.
Well, that's because she was amazing. So and she did much. I mean, he was an adult version of the character. This is very much of a kid version of the character, even more so than the last one. I'm trying to see where is the. Nope, that went to okay. I'm trying to bring the Rotten Tomatoes up. So let's go over to Rotten Tomatoes and take a look at this, see what they're saying about it. On Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. The current score sits at 90% critics, but 98% audience.
Isn't that interesting?
I find it more, and I understand because this is a movie that I think that there's some movies that I can just rewatch over and over again, and I don't really find that many flaws as far as just the entertainment value of watching them. This one, I think I'm going to see. There's a lot of things that when you see this movie, you want to go back and watch it because there's a lot of things to easily miss. And so I think it's gonna have a high rewatchability. It's entertaining enough to rewatch. There are some amazing action set pieces in this, and even though they involve a group that I'm like, I don't even know why this group is in here other than to be able to create a fight that looks very cool for Peter. You're like, okay, well, they threw it in and it looks cool. And it's sometimes you're like, okay, I guess it doesn't matter to the story all that much that this is the group that they decided to do this with. But yeah, it is a brand new day. What's interesting about the title is if Marvel were to build off of this type of storytelling, it could be a brand new day for the MCU, but I'm afraid that they're going to go the opposite direction. So
they should hire other people.
That might
obviously here's proof, right?
Yeah. Let's see what Variety has to say about this this incredible records. Out of variety from Jack Dunn, box office Spider-Man Brand New Day breaks opening day record with $168 million. I think that's domestic figure. Spider-Man Brand New Day came out swinging at the domestic box office. Brand New Day grossed an astounding $168 million from 4,487 North American theaters on Friday, securing the biggest opening day ever for a domestic release. The record previously belonged to 2019's Avengers Endgame, which earned $157 million on its first day in theaters. Sony has the film reaching $325 million by Sunday. Of course, we know that what actually got to $360 at least by Sunday. But rival estimates have the film climbing as high as $358 million. Yeah, it went over that. That figure would give Brand New Day the biggest North American debut of all time, which is exactly what has happened. Endgame also holds the title of best domestic opening ever with the $357 million. Not anymore. The silver medal slot belongs to 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home with $260 million. 2018's Avengers Infinity War had the third. And Star Wars The Force Awakens, surprisingly, comes in with the fourth, now the fifth, with $247 million.
See, the other thing is, Endgame had the benefit of being, we're finally going to end this big story we've been building. It had the momentum of what came before. This, although I understand it kind of carries on from the previous movie, is not a end of a trilogy. It is not a grand finale. It is not a you got to see this to know how it all turns out movie. And yet it's huge.
No, I think it had good build-up, good marketing, good trailers, and the fact that Tom Holland seems to really care a lot about this character. Like, that's a huge deal, because I know that he had some say in the writing. I will say at this point in time, I could be wrong. You're the one that knows how things work in Hollywood, Lou. Do you think that this makes Tom Holland the most valuable actor in Hollywood, or how does that even work these days?
Yes, and the but is what happens next. Obviously, it is an entirely different audience for what he's doing next, which is playing, for those who don't know, Fred Astaire, and doing all his own dancing, supposedly. But that's not a Spider-Man audience per se.
Right.
It's the parents of the Spider-Man audience. So I don't know. We'll see. But of course, he can afford to do that and come back knowing there's going to be another one of these down the road. And so, like I say, the big question is it him? Is it the character? Is it the combination? Which part of that formula is what drives this, not just to success, but to huge success?
I don't know. It'll be fun to get your take, especially since you didn't like No Way Home, on this movie after you get a chance to see it.
Yeah, No Way Home, I like parts of it. And I certainly, the one thing No Way Home had, and that some of the other Spider-Man movies have, that a lot of the Avengers stuff doesn't have, are really good villains that have a three-dimensional quality to them. I mean, Doc Ock and Green Goblin and all of those guys, there's a person there, as opposed to a guy in a suit saying ha 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 and twirling his mustache, which is 90% of a lot of the villainy in superhero movies. So that part I liked. I just felt I liked the three of them, interacting, the three Spider-Men.
Yeah.
But I
didn't like how I liked all that. I didn't like how they got there, because it's just really hard for me to believe that Doctor Strange would be that stupid.
This whole multiverse thing gets old quick. And I got to tell you, is it just me, or is Benedict Cumberbatch looking fakier and fakier and fakier?
Oh, yeah. Every single time it's like, okay, that's an obvious wig, and then the makeup, and you're right.
So it's like, I'm not really the wizard, the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm just playing him on television or in the movies, so to speak. And it's anyway, I was disappointed in the movie, but I was watching, I stopped about halfway through and posted in our backstage stuff, and Trevor said it gets better in the last act, and it did, just not better enough to make up for what seemed to me a series of fight scenes strung together with, I don't know, a lot of. And if you tell me now that no, they don't go to MIT and all the rest of it, It's like that was the
they
whole.
did, just not he.
Oh, just not him. Okay, well,
Yeah, just not
even
him.
so, it's like he was doing all of that to get them in, so they wouldn't be tarred with the brush of him. And anyway,
No, he's the one that made the sacrifice, but they went on. Justin Dusty, I like this comment. No Way Home had Andrew and Toby. They have the villains, and let's go ahead and get back to some of the other people that are chiming in, because we do have super
Back
chats.
to super chats.
Flying blind on a rocket cycle. My take is that Spidey is an undamaged character. His last movie was big. The other heroes were killed off or humiliated by bad movies.
yeah,
Yeah, that's actually, you're correct. The especially taking our heroes like Luke Skywalker or Indiana Jones,
yeah,
and just because they're older, all of a sudden they've lost everything that made them, everything that they worked for, everything that they would cheered them on, everything that they won in the past has been stripped from them. And then they get even worse. Then it's like was no really redemption for Luke Skywalker. He died in a very strange way. And Indiana Jones, who, I mean, getting punched by whatever her name was, I'm like, what they've done with our heroes should be heroes, villains should be villains, and Spider-Man has remained the hero throughout. And what I really like about this movie, especially, it's funny, this movie, I wasn't sure that the Punisher was going to work. Punisher was the element that I ended up liking the most. Now, he's not, even though he's the same character from the Netflix series and all that, he's just a superhero version of the Punisher in this film, and I really liked that. He's not like it's like he's taken everything that he's done before, and now he's just the Punisher like he was in the comics. As a matter of fact, this movie, to me, Brand New Day, was, for me personally, the most like opening a comic book and actually having it come to the big screen that I've ever seen.
Because I just looked it up out of curiosity. When Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle talks about the character of Spider-Man being so undamaged, one of the amazing things I thought, when did that great ride at Islands of Adventure open? And the answer is May 28th, 1999. And it's still one of the best amusement park rides out there. It really, really is. And that is partly because it was technologically for its time very advanced, not so much now, but because the character persists.
The character persists, and it's fun. It's a really, really fun ride. And the way they've set it up to queue, where you're going through the Daily Bugle, and
opposed to, for example, that crap at DCA.
Yeah, I haven't been on it yet, so I don't know. I can't really speak to it, but
and the robot flying over the rooftops thing kind of, I don't know.
Guys, let's celebrate. Thank you so much, Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle.
Ignite the friction, let the engine sing. No flight plans attached to the silver wing. Blur in the skyline, chasing the heat. The ground is a memory beneath the street. Gravity is just a hurdle for the cycle. He got the cosmic fire deep inside. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle. No map in the dark, he's the final recital. He's out there flying blind on a rocket cycle, breaking the sound like a soul in revival. He's our hero, he's our hero.
I love that one.
So we do have to cut. I hate this, but unfortunately, because I have to take care of the business from the accident,
Sure.
We have to cut short today.
Way
Way more
life
than
does
I
that to one, you know.
Yeah. So normally we would go at least 2 hours. Yeah, there are 3, but we probably won't get it because I just don't have the time today. I'm so sorry, WJB Daily. We will try and make up for it in future shows. And we'll talk more about Spider-Man when I'm probably going to go see it again. I have some really cool stuff coming up this week that I'm not going to reveal quite yet, but some really, really cool stuff.
I would guess I'll go see it sometime in the next 2 weeks or so, but
yeah,
I'll pick a morning when it's not so crazy crowded and, like that. Because
what do you think? What do you think, Lou? Any chance that they'll redo the Spider-Man ride at DCA? Yeah,
no, they don't want to spend money.
That's right. They don't want to spend
money.
They're
doing all that other stuff over there with the Avengers campus, but which is, hey, we're going to put you in a KUKA arm that you actually see as a KUKA arm. I don't know how well that'll work.
Is that the new Tony Stark thing?
Yeah. It's like, I remember, I don't know, you probably remember at Epcot at World of Motion when it first opened, the bird and the robot in the after the ride shows. That was a KUKA arm, basically. These are all Japanese automobile robots that have been repurposed. But anyway.
Well, they had one at Epcot that was a KUKA arm ride. What they call it? The Sum of All Thrills.
Sum of All Thrills?
Yeah, it was fun. It was you make a roller coaster. And,
you design it. Yeah, but you don't
all right. Tell us about your views, which
my views. Well, I just put 3 new ones up, actually. And like I said, I've got another one that I've been dying to do that I will probably record tonight or tomorrow if my thoughts gel the right way. Let me explain, folks. I do not do this on a once a week, twice a week, regular basis. If you're looking for that, don't bother. I do it when there's something I think is either interesting or genuinely useful. And I do it on subjects that aren't directly related to the stuff I do here and on the Pro Channel. I do the Genre Guys. We just did a great show of My Name is Nobody last night, Hangry and Lauren and I, and that'll be up soon on the Genre Guys. And I do this show, and I do the Wednesday nights. I usually do the Pro Show, and I definitely do the Backlot with Culture Casino. But Lou's Views is meant to be a little different. And unless it's going to be genuinely useful or really, really entertaining, I don't bother. For example, one of the 3 is very political and serious. Of these 3, one of them is more cultural. And the other one, well, you watch it and see what you think. But this one I've got coming up is about the fact that you get what you put more effort into and you don't get what you put more effort into. And I'm thinking about how come we're having all these discoveries and prosecutions of fraud? Were they not being frauds before this last year and a half? Of course they were. They just weren't paying attention. And I'll expand on that excessively in what I'm going to do. But anyway, it's $5 a month. And if you're there, you'll see it. And if you like it, tell your friends. I'm not looking to get rich, but I would like several 100,000 more people to be involved because it makes it more fun for me to know I'm reaching more people. So there you go.
There you go. And I have on my YouTube channel right now, just want to let you know, we have the Southeast Game Exchange vlog. It is finally up, and I had some good time there with the Critical Drinker, which you can probably see a little bit here. There I am with Critical Drinker. And go to the vlog, watch it. That whole snippet is there. He was super nice, by the way.
He's a funny guy. I like his stuff.
Yeah, and I love the takes. And even my mom, she chimes in and she says that she loves the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios. Yeah, Islands of Adventure. It's a great ride. When we all first got here, she came in 2008. I came in 2009. We had Universal passes back then because it was very, very relatively inexpensive at that point before pre-Harry Potter days. So we would go all the time. And Spider-Man's been there for a long time, so it's good.
I'm enjoying BioReconstruct's aerial shots of them demolishing the Atlantis section for whatever's coming. And I just can't wait till they knock that Mythos place down because I've always thought it was the most overrated mediocrity in the history of restaurants, let alone theme park restaurants. But anyway.
Oh, man. All right, so thank you guys for being here today. For those of you that have chimed in with supers, thank you so much for the little bit extra. We appreciate that. WJB Daily, O2RR, Seabrew 1138, Flying Blind in a Rocket Cycle. Thank you, Lou, for taking your time to be here with us on the dish and talk
Always
a
a
little bit about
pleasure.
those records that Spider-Man just keeps breaking. He just keeps spinning that web of money for Sony more than Disney or Marvel. So I guess that'll keep going, and that'll be the case forever. We'll see what happens to the MCU. I don't know that it's going to recover anytime soon, but I guess
before you go, Freedom Seeker just popped up with.
I do. I see that. Freedom Seeker says, "Gifted one, membership. Follow the Bradley's Fun membership."
And Deborah's Journey got it. Good for you, Deborah's Journey.
Deborah's Journey. Magic Journeys. We shall do one more. So, as a matter of fact, I am going to give you for that one a culture celebration. And Just a Dutchie, you know who else is Just a Dutchie? It is my nieces. Yes, Culture Cranky Casino has some moves.
Hey.
I have two Dutch nieces that live over there in Amsterdam, and my sister lives over there in Amsterdam. So if you see her, say hi. Until next time, we'll be back tomorrow after the pro show, 3:05 p.m. Eastern. Until then, go check out the Southeast Game Exchange vlog. There's a really good panel with Pro and Fake Wizard and Critical Drinker on there. I think you'll really enjoy the vlog. Until next time, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shot.